So good day, guys. Concerning this Benin Massacre, I hope you guys enjoyed the Sokoto Jihad of 1804. So this one is about the Benin Massacre of 1897. And I treated this question that goes as what are the factors that are responsible for the decline or downfall of the Benin in 1897? Let me just actually narrate everything I know about this Benin Massacre. You see, this Benin Massacre was an event that was portrayed or carried out by the agents of the Royal Niger Company in their attempt to secure, to secure the British political sovereignty over the Niger basins. So this massacre was notable due to 2 to 3 things. The first thing is that the first reason why it was notable or recognized was because it destroyed one of the most promising empire in Africa, which was the Benin. So Benin was actually a promising empire. They had wealth. They were enjoying. They were actually in this flourishing state. So it destroyed one of the prominent empire. And secondly was that it actually shows the bare face of the Europeans as savages, bastard, bloodthirsty. They had no, single or iota of respect, smallest iota of respect for human dignity. They care less about the lives of we Africans. And the third thing and why this war was notable was because it shows that these British or these Europeans had two ready methods to be employed to acquire their selfish interest. These two methods can be used anytime. And the first one is that by treaty or by force. Wọ́n fẹ́ lọ take charge or we want to take control of an empire. The first one is that they signed a treaty with their traditional leaders. The role of stooges. Only one man look by wọ́n imply the role of stooges, whereby the traditional rulers will serve as an intermediary between the white and the people. So the traditional rulers were regarded as what a toothless bulldog that can bite but not bite. Wọ́n kàn fún wọn sí báńgẹ́ pé kẹsà àjókòó sí orí àga yẹn. Wọn ò ní kò ṣe kí wọ́n ní agbára yẹn láti exercise. So, and the second thing is that force. Ìlú tí ò bá ti accept the rules of stooge báyìí wọ́n fi agídí gbà ní ogun ni wọ́n á fi ṣe kíní. But some people do say that it is what 3. They use 3 method. Àkọ́kọ́ ni gunboat, èkejì ni diplomacy, ẹ̀kẹta ni coercion of force. But it was majorly divided into 2. Tó bá ti gbà lẹ́rọ̀ wàá gbà lélẹ̀. So this Benin Massacre was actually a crisis between the Edos and the agent of the Royal Niger Company. So àwọn tí wọ́n jọ ní kàńtà náà ni between these two parties. So Benin wouldn't have been mercilessly massacred if Benin in the first place had accepted the role of stooge in their empire, because lára àwọn method tí mo sọ kí wọ́n máa ń lò is either force or treaty. It was obvious that these two methods were used in Benin, because when they came, they actually introduced the rules of stooge. But the Benin they didn't in first place, they didn't accept these rules. So, and it is obvious that the second one was used to demolish them, to demolish their empire. So this massacre was kind of an accumulation of misunderstandings as well as a deliberate intention of the Europeans. It was a desperate and deliberate intention. But that was carried out by the agent of the Royal Niger Company. So láti take charge, láti take over the Benin, the Europeans, the British actually sent their the agent of the Royal Niger Company vice consul in person of Galway to sign a treaty with the Oba of Benin in person of Oba Uvarenwan. So treaty wọ́n ní kan sign in 1888. This treaty was signed in 1888. by the Oba. So this treaty was signed. Oba yìí ó sign ó sign in what ó sign in place of his people, you understand. So nígbà tó wá sign rẹ̀ tán, it is obvious that this treaty was not actually understood. Ọba Ọbalẹ̀wà yẹn kò understand the treaty to sign because it was ignorant. It was ignorant of this treaty, because the thing of mọ̀ pé ó wà ignorant ni pé immediately Ọba Ọbalẹ̀wà signed this treaty ni ó ti ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní breach, violate àwọn treaties yìí. And among those treaties was that àkọ́kọ́ ni pé treaty yẹn tó sign yẹn, àkọ́kọ́ ni pé the empire must not involve or must not be involved in illegal trade. This illegal trade means slave trade. Àkọ́kọ́ ni ẹ̀. Èkejì ni pé this empire must not serve as an hindrance to the commercial way of the Europeans. Kò gbọ́dọ̀ dí wọn lọ́wọ́ lọ́nà ọrọ̀ ajé tiwọn. Ẹ̀kẹta ni pé they must not be involved in human sacrifices. But Ọba Ọbalẹ̀wà ti ayé dẹ̀mọ́ pé bá a ṣe máa ń ṣe tẹ́lẹ̀ náà in our láyé àtijọ́ gan, people they did make human sacrifices to appease the gods. Wọ́n máa ń ṣe orò. Wọ́n bá ti ṣe orò yẹn tán báyìí, wọ́n bá fi lè rí àjàlú àbí àrèlú tó bá fẹ́ wọ ìlú yẹn wá, wọ́n ṣòro. And tó bá dẹ́gbọ̀n wọ́n fi appease àwọn gods yẹn. So they were kind of doing this thing, human sacrifice, but kì í ṣe pé wọ́n ń ṣe náà lọ fast báyìí. So but when Galway, this vice consul, ìgbà tó òun tiẹ̀ rí pé ó ti ń breach, òun ò tiẹ̀ wà bothered, ó kàn kò wà up. And this man was kind of a calm person, kò sọ anything, kò take any measurement. But when this stupid Philip, nígbà tí Philip yẹn tó succeeded this Galway, when Philip became the vice consul of this agent of the Royal Nigerian Company, pápápá ó sì succeeded tán ló ti ń sáré warn Ọba Ọbalẹ̀wà pé the implication and consequences of him violating this treaty, ó ti warn ẹ̀. So nígbà tí aláyé dẹ̀ pariwo pé kó má violate, Ọba Ọbalẹ̀wà ò ti wà budging tiẹ̀ kò kí ẹ̀, bó ṣe wá ká Philip lára pé ọmọ òun gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kí Ọba Ọbalẹ̀wà kó regret action ẹ̀, bó ṣe charge sí court nìyẹn. So and this by imposing some allegations against Ọba Ọbalẹ̀wà, ó allegate gan. So Ọba Ọbalẹ̀wà ó wà alleged wípé he was taking part in illegal trade, that means slave trade. Àkọ́kọ́ ni pé èkejì ni pé ó tún ṣe kíni, ó tún indulge in human sacrifices. And also he was serving as a great disturbance or obstacles to the peaceful trade in the area. But lára àwọn accusation yìí, when it comes about the human sacrifices, it is true that this Ọba Ọbalẹ̀wà was making human sacrifices, but just to appease the gods. Àkọ́kọ́ ni. Ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì ni kí wọ́n sọ pé ó wà involved in illegal trade. Irọ́ ni, wọ́n kú kẹ́ni. And the thirdly is that it was an hindrance or blockage to their commercial way. Irọ́ náà ni. Even the Ọba Ọbalẹ̀wà was even aiding, he was even promoting these commercial activities in his own state. So it was all cooked up. To an unbiased judge, ó rí pé accusation is just wọ́n kàn cook ẹ̀ nù. So ó da ẹjọ́ yẹn nù. Ìjà tó da ẹjọ́ yẹn nù, it was a big slap on the Europeans, you understand, pé ó ká wọn lára. Ìgbà yẹn ni wọ́n ti wá ń ṣe kíni, wọ́n ti ń keep tab lé orí Benin ike wọ́n ti ní grudge against them. That was one of the first thing that actually factors that aided this massacre. So wọ́n ti ní grudge against them ipe embarrassment, it was a big slap, duty ni fún wọn pé wọ́n da ẹjọ́ yẹn nù. So nítorí ẹjọ́ yẹn nù pé ọba George yẹn náà mọ̀ pé it was an exaggeration. Wọ́n ní they were human sacrifices, pé wọ́n ṣe human sacrifices gan, irọ́ dẹ̀ ni, wọ́n kàn exaggerate ni. So ìgbà tí ẹjọ́ yẹn wá tí wọ́n á dẹjọ́ yẹn tó Philip wá òkè wípé òun gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe kíni, òun tiẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kí ojú ọba of Arewa gbọ́dọ̀ fojú ẹ̀ hàn yìí mọ̀. So wá bó ṣe lọ sí home government ẹ̀ ní he went to his home government. So in 1895 requesting permission to depose ọba of Arewa, but this permission was not granted. Wọn ò fún ní ààyè pé wọn ò fún láàyè. Whether granted or not granted, this stupid Philip sent a letter to Benin Kingdom informing the Benin and Oba of Arewa that he was coming for a friendly visit. In 1895 they send message yìí. Nígbà tí ó send message yẹn tán, it was around this time that the Benin were actually celebrating their festival called Agua Festival, and during this festival it is prohibited for the Oba of Benin to receive white men, to receive during this festival. And when this guy sent a message that he was coming for a friendly visit, he was amazed with that. But ìgbà tó lóhùn fẹ́ wá sí, they were celebrating this festival. Tó bá dẹ̀ ní kó wá, alálẹ̀ ó bínú sí, and tó bá dẹ̀ sọ pé kó wọ́n wá, yóò di pé British consul yẹn ó ní ohun sínú àbí pé inú rẹ̀ á bàjẹ́. Oba was kind of in a dilemma wípé ó wà confused, but Oba actually preferred kóhun rí ìbínú consul yẹn ju kóhun wá lọ rí ìbínú àwọn alálẹ̀ lọ. So he sent a message back to him telling him that kó postpone visitation yẹn, telling him so ó wà nínú letter yẹn, so wá narrate àwọn nǹkan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ tí ó fi lè jẹ́ kó wáyé pé àwọn ń ṣe Agua Festival lọ́wọ́ àjèjì gbọ́dọ̀ wọ̀lú wípé kó jọ kó postpone visitation yẹn. But to this stupid obstinate Philip, wọ́n ní orí tí ó bá burú náà, orí tí ó bá jẹ́kọ̀ọ́ náà ni wọ́n ní kó dádé irin yóò bọ̀. Then with all these explanations sent to Philip, Philip kò gbà ó. In January 4, 1897, Philip set out to visit Benin. And he said this visitation was peaceful. Okay. Ibi tí wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé wèrè ni Philip nìyẹn o, tí wọ́n ti mọ̀ pé wèrè ni. You said visitation was peaceful. Why was Philip accompanied with this large amount of entourage? Àwọn tí wèrè kó dání, tí Philip yẹn kó dání, more than 200 soldiers that were fully armed to the teeth. Even tí wèrè gan rí wọn gan yóò wò pé ọmọ ogun ọ̀run lélẹ́yìí o. They were fully armed. Ó dẹ̀ sọ pé ó fẹ́ lọ for visitation, peaceful visitation, ló tún wá kó that amount of soldiers dání. Is that a visitation? Àbí ó fẹ́ lọ cause wèrè ńbẹ̀? So when Philip actually set out for this journey, before you know it, ìròyìn ti kàn dé ààfin. Kábíyèsí was like, ṣé kò rí oníṣẹ́ ni, ṣé kò rí lẹ́tà tá send pé kó mọ̀ wá ní, àbí wà láwo tún lélẹ̀ bá ṣe he was confused. Ibi tó ti ń sáárín kiri nínú palace, èmi cruise ni o, tó ti ń rìn kiri nínú palace kí ẹ gbà mí, wàhálà dé, ẹ̀yin alálẹ̀ mú mọ̀jẹ̀ kójú tì mí, ibẹ̀ ni ológbò ṣeré ti wọlé kí kábíyèsí gbọ́dọ̀ fi iná tó dúró lè sún o. Dùgbẹ̀dùgbẹ̀ tó mú lókè yóò gbọ́dọ̀ jábọ́, tó bá jábọ́ yóò tabára lé, yóò tabára oko. Philip mọ̀ tí ń bó, mọ̀ tí ń bó wá sínú ìlú wa, ó mọ̀ tí fẹ́ wọnú ìlú wa. Kábíyèsí was like, èmi náà mọ̀ ológbò ṣeré, and ológbò ṣeré was the chief priest, don't you forget. Ológbò ṣeré chief priest ni. So ológbò ṣeré was like, kábíyèsí ẹ ṣígun fún mi, ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ fojú ẹ̀ hàn yín mọ̀, ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ fi lákàlàkà yín jẹ́ kó mọ̀ pé ológbòjò ní bá egungun tí ó di lẹ́bẹ̀ẹ́ tí wọ́n kalẹ̀, èmi wèrè pé oníbi ká ìgbà ń gbọ́ ara fún jó ní wáìwáì. Kábíyèsí was actually was tired, helpless, because the Oba of Arewa didn't want a war to erupt. Kò tiẹ̀ ó kàn wò pé kábíyèsí ẹ jẹ́ ká tètè mọ tá a ṣe o, ọmọ alákùnrin yóò gbọ́dọ̀ wọnú ìlú wa o, tó bá wọnú ìlú wa ohun burúkú ó mọ já lóhun burúkú, ó mọ já lóhun burúkú, aboyún ló ní gbẹ́rẹ́ agbálgán onítọ̀wọ́ àlàbòsùn, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni mo sọ fún yín, ẹ jẹ́ ká tètè mọ tá a ṣe o. But the kábíyèsí was like Olúbóṣeré dákun ìwọ àtàwọn olóyè bíi mélòó kan ẹ tètè kó ara yín lọ sọ́dọ̀ rẹ̀, ẹ tètè bá ń sọ fún, ẹ pàrọ̀ wà fún kó mọ̀ wà kó padà, yóò kó postpone visitation yìí. Olúbóṣeré left with some chiefs. When they got to the Philip, they actually greeted him, wọ́n kí pẹ̀lẹ́pẹ̀lẹ́. Kábíyèsí sọ fún wa, kábíyèsí ní ká sọ fún yín pé ẹ lè wọnú ìlú wa ìwà, à ń ṣe ọdún àgọ́ àlọ́wọ́, tẹ́ ẹ bá sì wọlé wá, ohun burúkú ó já lóhun burúkú, ohun burúkú ó mọ̀ já lóhun burúkú, ààrẹ ìlú lọ́tùn, àjálù ló sì, ẹ dákun ẹ bá wa sọ visitation yìí o, ẹ bá wa sọ di ọjọ́ mi. But to this obstinate and very stubborn Philip ò gbà o. Ibi tí wọ́n ti ń pàrọwà fún, trying to convince Philip, ibẹ̀ ni hot argument actually ensued their conversation. Kí ni tí ọ̀nà yẹ fún bèdì ṣe àǹtàdá fi sọ fún ọ pé kò ibi tó ń lọ ọ̀nà ìgbàbẹ̀ ó lọ fẹ́ wọnú ìlú wa ṣé wọ́n ń rán ní àbí wọ́n ló rán rẹ. Ibi tí jọ ń bá wa ń fà lọ́wọ́ báyìí, bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ìjà ṣe bẹ́ sílẹ̀ láàrin àwọn méjì nìyẹn. So àbálọ àbábọ̀, Philip actually paid the price of his obstinacy by, he was murdered in cold blood with 5 of his members, and also all the soldiers tó kó dání. Nígbà tí wọ́n rí pé ọ̀gbẹ́ni ikú lélẹ́yìí Ifá ìfẹ́wé, àwọn aláyé jápa, they actually escaped into the nearby bush and all of that. So nígbà tí after this murder and after this brutal or fatal incident, Kato for the information spread like wildfire. So the British wọ́n ti gbọ́. And at the hope of a heart, ibi tẹ́tí mọ̀ káwọn Europeans dey stupid, they didn't even want to hear that Philip was at fault. They quickly take measures. Once I pass punishment, judgment in the first thing is that Benin must be destroyed. The secondly that Olúbóṣeré must be hanged, and thirdly was that the king of Arewa himself will go face in punishment, and which all of these actually will come to pass. When the king of Arewa saw this coming, pé ọmọ àǹtí mi wàhálà ti dé, àwọn ọ̀bọ aláwọ̀ fún yín ti fẹ́ ṣe kí ni, wọ́n ti fẹ́ bá wa ba ayé ìlú àwọn jẹ́ o. They started making human sacrifices. Nǹkan alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ tó kọ́kọ́ ba ayé Benin jẹ́ nìyẹn. Nǹkan ó wà lára nǹkan alákọ̀ọ́kọ́, the human sacrifice they were making then. Kátó fọ́ gbogbo ìlú ti kún fún dead bodies of human. If you make sacrifice, he started making sacrifice, to avail this danger that was going to, to befall them. So, but pẹ̀lú gbogbo sacrifice, pẹ̀lú gbogbo kíní tó, wọn ò rí bí yẹ sí o. They were actually attacked, and it was exterminated. Benin was razed to the ground. Ẹlẹ́yẹ̀dẹ̀ ni. Èkejì ni wípé Olúbóṣeré and his co-offenders were tired, so they were hanged publicly. And thirdly was that the king of Arewa was sent on an exile to Calabar with 1 wife and 2 children, which he later died in 1921. That is the end of the Benin. So thank you very much for listening.